So after Rory, I met, we're gonna call her Lai. Was not a liar. Lai took me deep into the music. Lai gave me so much motivation and love and warmth in my soul for the short amount of time that Lai was around, that my music, like, it gave me everything I needed to really start pushing. They got me deep into music because they were actually really making their dreams come true. They were really out here creating connections. I mean, really out here working really hard with the music. And this was the first time that it wasn't just feeling like I was just met someone who was just dreaming. I was just someone who was really trying to, like, really making it happen now. And that was so motivating, so inspiring. It really gave me all the motivation that I needed. And so I was so supportive to them. So much that I feel like I was just more cheering them on. I got deeper into my music, and yeah, they helped me with mine and stuff, but I was really more concerned about them and just cheering them on and all that stuff like that. But definitely got a lot of motivation from my music, and that is where Kill It Shit came out.
You're gonna have to kill this shit. Yes, I see. You're gonna have to kill this shit. She felt, she don't know this pussy a present itself. This ain't no rich sis, baby, you swimming in this. It's more like you drowning in wealth. I'm good for your health, but who am I kidding? This seem like that little pussy needing my help. Okay, with them breeds up out the way, and these ass at my graves. Blessings upon my face, who gon' take your place if I said it? I'm in it, we tell like connections embedded. Yeah, you say that you ready, I'm ready, the nigga, come get it.
Kill This Shit came from me being with Lai. Was the dream chaser. Lai was soft and gentle. Lai made me feel like I felt love again. Lai was the most delicate, most fragile, but like so hardworking and like, you know what I mean? When I really realized I had to date someone who was chasing their dream, or someone who was really out here passionate, hardworking, because that was so much motivation for me. You know what I mean? Like, I need that in my facility, I need that in my proximity, I need that around me 24/7. Lai wasn't necessarily spiritually knowledgeable, but taught me about soulmates and taught me about twin flames, which I didn't know at the time that was going on, but that is exactly what was going on. There's more sense later down the line, after speaking like with the medium and whatnot, whatever. But Lai was that. Lai taught me about self-worth. Lai taught me about like loving yourself and losing yourself, because although what we had was great, things can't blossom. Like, a garden can't blossom in soil that is stolen. Let's say that. And I won't say stolen, because that made me sound like I just stole somebody's girlfriend or something. I won't say that, but I'm gonna say when someone, like, if someone's trying to figure out themselves, how are you gonna figure you out? How are you gonna, no matter how beautiful you have something, and that was a prime example of the right person at the wrong time. And it also taught me too that I really got everything that I need to make shit happen. At the point, everything that Lai loved about me at one point seemed like Lai hated about me, and that's when you can have a moment where you can really lose yourself. And I wanted to make sure I didn't lose myself. I wanted to make sure that I didn't go into the darkest place that I've been before. I didn't want to return there, so I had to make sure that I bounced back from Lai faster than I bounced back from anything. It felt like something I didn't want to pass up, but I appreciate that so much, because like I said, that just took me so much more deeper into music, and it taught me more about being business. That's when the idea of being business minded and turning my shit to a brand really started because that's all that they cared about. I needed that. I needed that because this whole time while they're on the channel, I'm not thinking about the simple fact that this is my brand. So, but I needed that, right? So I went through that. That relationship just ends, and that was really fucking tough. But like I said, I learned so much from that. And fast forward, we end up getting cool again, talking about everything, and both apologized about stuff, and you know, really got to talking about how everything happened, and actually ended up being a really, really, really great friend, and probably a big part of their healing process, through other things that they were going on in life and stuff like that, which I had to completely, although having so much love for them, had to love them selflessly. I mean, also about how much a lost soul can damage you. So if someone is lost in their sauce, that really can fuck you up. So that's when I started to realize, like, damn, yeah, hold on. This is what happens when someone's not healed. Okay, and of course, like, yeah, you're going through stuff this whole time in your relationships, you're going through stuff, but it's not until certain times that shit really clicks. And mind you, I'm getting older, I'm getting wiser, I'm starting to really pay attention to everything now. Very short time. I was so in the moment that it's so vivid that it lingers in the air today. And I mean that as in the love is like, I got nothing but love for them. I had nothing but love for them, because that was a case of someone fighting with themselves and fighting with the things in their life. And yeah, always gonna be love there. The last person was named Clementine. Clem was the most spiritual out of them all. Clementine really taught me what was, like, really put into perspective what sacrifice, like the full manifestation of sacrifice, basically. It really taught me independence and solitude, because Clem was really a dream chaser, and Clem was a risk taker, and Clem was so much where it was an overworker, you know what I mean, a little imbalance with it, but had exactly what I needed. So it was like, when you match my heart and my emotions and my sensitivity to their hardworking business mind, you know what I mean, their driven, independent, solitude, spiritually aligned personality, and you put those traits together, you have a really powerful person. And so that's what began to happen with this situation. I began to take what poured out of her cup, and she took what poured out of my cup, and we joined forces. Now, that's a great thing, but again, the garden can't grow in fucked up soil, right? So we were kind of into fucked up soil around real bad weeds. A moment with a spiritual connection, because this was definitely an example of soulmates. In a situation of something like this, that is so strong, that is so powerful, sends everything out of whack. I mean, literally, like I said, we would see synchronized numbers all the time. We would see signs all the time. We spoke to mediums. You know, well, I mean, she has things in her family that were verifying, you know what I mean? There were so many things, like this was so spiritually wrapped, this whole thing, down to the connection to, you know, my parents and my past, and the connection to her past and people around us past and stuff like that. So that was a really crazy time in my life. It took me even deeper into music, and that not only took me deeper to the music, but it took me deeper to everything that I needed to do. That really gave me the motivation. Like, this is when everything came into fruition. This person not only showed me how and told me how, but made me go do everything that I ever really wanted to do. And that was really hard for me, because sometimes it's really hard to get motivation out of me. It's really hard for me to keep pushing. It's really hard for me to believe in myself. And here comes this person believing in me, damn no more than me, but then telling me that it's not because of them that this is happening, but because of me. And so that is really a big thing that I got from that relationship. And I had to really get a big reality check about myself and loving myself, and not only by the things that they were trying to teach me. I lost everything that mattered to me. The things that I had created after that last situation, the things that I had built up, the things that I had for just myself, I sacrificed. So I lost balance. And that was my test there. That was what I was supposed to learn about balance. Because with balance, that would have worked. With balance, a lot of things that ruined that probably wouldn't happen. But it took balance on both of our ends. Through this, I learned more about digging deeper into your past, your ancestors, really like figuring out where this shit comes from, how deep. And I'm not just talking about your mom. And when she told you to take the chicken out the freezer and you didn't, so you gotta beat it. I'm not just talking about that. Their teachings behind the things that brought me more solitude and independence weren't always the best, and that's something that they had to learn. And I had to also learn through the love of myself of what to and not to deal with. So, you know, although this was a beautiful connection, it also, no matter how beautiful, shit could go down, shit could get bad, shit could go sad, shit could go sour, you know what I mean? And so, you know, when you're not balanced and when you're not both in tune and aligned, and so that was what we were supposed to do. So we came together and we created a great song, and I dropped the song, and I'm performing my song, and I'm actually following through with a lot of the things that I said I was going to do, and that is powerful. And so even when that person wasn't around anymore, I carry not only the things that I learned from that, but the things that I learned from Rory, the things that I learned from Clem, the things that I learned from Ruth, the things that I learned from Lai. I brought it all on my own, along with everything that I learned from everybody else in life and myself and life itself, to be here. When people try to say shit like, oh, you date a lot, have you ever thought about somebody who gets a lot of jobs? How the fuck did that nigga know that he wanted to do this job? He had to work at McDonald's and realized, I don't like flipping burgers. I don't like sitting in call centers. I don't even like having a boss, to decide that this was what they were supposed to be doing. And I'm not saying, oh, you just go around date. Yeah, you can. Or you can. It's up to you. It don't matter. Because then you got some people who never work a job. Or when it comes to school, how many majors, how many minors, how many people change it? Oh, she just changed her major and minor. That's all she did, just change her major and minor. Look at you. That's all you do is just change your major and minor. Nigga, I'm trying to figure out what speaks volumes to me. What's my passion? Don't fucking, just because you stuck with one for 3 years and felt like I had to stay there, or you went with two and then said, you know what, I'm just gonna take a break from school altogether and come back in a couple years and then I'll figure it out. Okay, you got a different method, and that's alright. That's alright. Because at the end of the day, I'm not doing anything different than anybody else. You date, I date. Only thing is you got to see. Lucky you. Goddamn shut now. But for real, that's the only difference, and it doesn't bother me though. And I absolutely appreciate every single person that I dated. Not only just on this channel, but in life. I appreciate every single person that has ever loved me, hurt me, lied to me, whatever. Whether they feel the same or not, I really appreciate even the ones who never talked to me a day in life. They never talk to me again. I appreciate them because I needed that. All of that was a part of the plan. All of that was aligned. Everything was aligned. Everything that has happened is happening for a reason, no matter how bad. A lot of times, you know, there were times where things I was supposed to see that was a reflection of me. I was supposed to see the signs in it. I was supposed to react, not react. I was supposed to grow. I was supposed to teach somebody else, tell somebody else. I was supposed to do it all over again. Whatever is happening, it was supposed to happen. I'm in control, period. All along those times I didn't know I was in control. I know I'm in control now. Now I know exactly what I want. I know exactly how to get there. Is be that. So as I go through things in life, I'm not just looking at them. I'm looking at me too. What does that say about me? Because you're here because me. Something about me brought you here. Now, sometimes it's to heal other people. Sometimes it's to help other people. But there's always something to learn. There's always something to take from. So if you see me on the channel and stuff like that. Every relationship that I've been in or everything that I've had, I have taught you guys something. every time. It's never just been me being messy, like, yeah, and this bitch, and I dated this bitch, and I had her on the channel, and then these hoes, and that's what I ain't never been none of that. I'm never gonna be sorry for being the lover that I am. I'm never gonna be sorry for it. A lot of times, maybe it wouldn't have got me hurt. A lot of times, maybe I would have seen something. A lot of, you know what I mean? It's like I'm still learning along the way. I'm not perfect, but at the end of the day, I'm never gonna feel bad about that. Because at the end of the day, I know that every single one of those people I cared about genuinely. Maybe I didn't even know how to love them at the time. Maybe I didn't know how to love myself. You know? But I'm not going through nothing different than nobody else. You know, so I look back at all that and I'm so happy. I'm so happy I went through all of that. And yeah, to you guys, it's gonna look like my relationship or my life is just about girls, or that you just see from camera, you just see from what I show you, but you can't even throw in all the other people along with these people on this list that helped me, not even people that I dated. It's life. It's life. You want to date a couple people, date a couple people. If you want to date slow, date slow. If you want to, like, you know what I mean, just try your best to, because I can't tell you what to do, because at the end of the day, you go through your journey. And I can sit here and say, no, make sure that you heal first, and make sure that you do that. But you got to learn that shit along the way. And when you get there, you're going to type in on YouTube and say, how to heal, or why is this? You're going to figure it out. You're going to figure it out. And that's when we're going to talk about that. But yeah, I love you guys, and again, shout out to everyone who I've ever had on the channel, everyone who's ever taken the time to love me, to get to know me, even if it was briefly, even if we never dated, if we never like got for real, or whatever the case may be. Like, I genuinely appreciate it, and I send light and I send love to each and every single one of them, and yeah, it's all love. It's really all love. And when you really start realizing why shit happens in life, like, you would look at a lot of things differently. So, that introduces the beginning of more of my spiritual mental talk. So if you guys want to talk about some stuff like that, you want to talk about crystals, you want to talk about chakras, you want to talk about astrology, you want to talk about ancestors, you want to talk about, like, whatever you guys want to talk about, wherever you want to take it, we can take it, we can talk about it. And yeah, it's getting dark and I don't have a light, so I should probably go. Just make sure that you guys are watching all of the vlogs. I will be going to Cali in about a month. So the countdown starts now. I'm so excited. I'm going to be going to Cali. We're going to get into this music and we're going to get into all this good stuff. Make sure that you guys DM me if you want promo. Shout out to everybody who did a promo with me for this video. I am doing promo on Instagram and I do promos on YouTube. And if you have any promo issues or any concerns, make sure that you hit me up as well. And I really think that's it. I should give a shout out to somebody, right? Like a post notification shout out. Shout out to one of my loyal subbies who left a comment last video. I told you guys that I was gonna start doing shout outs to you guys. So all you have to do is just follow me on Instagram, _lovebrook, and then just DM me your comment. You know, just send me the picture that you left a comment, and then yeah, girl. So big shout out to Lil K. And Lil K said, yay, I'm glad you and Kia are cool again. Obviously not in a dating type of way, but I just like your vibe together as friends. Thanks, Lil K. Thanks, Lil K. Hey, thanks, Lil K. Thanks, Lil K, for leaving a comment. Yeah, honestly, it's been nice. It's cool. Like, this is a nice situation. Like, it's nice that it doesn't have to be salty or spiteful or icky like it usually is with people that you've dated before. So I really appreciate Keo just coming and being cool, and for us to just be able to be adults and stuff like that. It's like really, really healthy and stuff. So yeah, I don't even really look at her like as an ex in that way, for real. You know, because shit is so cool. So yeah, thanks Lil K for leaving a comment. I love you guys. Again, if you want a shout out or anything, just go ahead and leave a comment, screenshot it, and send it to DMs. Remember, everything's lit because you're the and I'm not gonna play with you. But gang out this bitch.